One of my questions, like I was kind of interested to hear, okay, that's what you were hear the things you're doing in the early 2000s. And I was curious about what you think has changed since then, like the things that are working for you now that are new. It sounds like social media was like when you were breaking some of those bands of Fearless, social media was still a big play, like YouTube was a big play. Have you seen that become even more of a thing? And another question, like, do you think that there are still word of mouth opportunities like there were in the 2000s?
Yeah, look, the word of mouth promotion has not changed. That hasn't changed in 100 years and 200 years, and that's going to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
There's also this talk about the old music business and the new music business, and
Yeah.
that's really just a PR thing.
Hmm.
There's a lot of, animosity and frustration with the music business, rightly so, in many cases. And so it needed a clean image, right? So they call it the new music industry. But those basic principles will never change. Uh, everything we're doing is about building a fan base, and not just building a fan base for the short term, to have a hot artist and to have a high chart position, but building artist careers so that they can have an artist, their career can last for the ages.
Yeah.
A timeless type career. That's the end game. That's what we're trying to do. So we're trying to build long-term value and fans, and you have to have word of mouth promotion. You have to have great branding. You have to have high quality music. Just, that's plain and simple. That's not going to change. um so talk about animosity for the old music industry. I have some animosity towards the new music industry, because
I like that, Todd.
there's a lot of people talking about the wrong things. If you take what you find in a Google search or a
Yeah.
chat GPT search, or you talk to the latest, um, person who's a talking head in the music industry these days, and you tell them to make a list of their top things, and you look at it, and it's like Facebook ads and chat GPT and AI, and it's conversions, and you know digital marketing and email conversions and all of that stuff. And you look at their list, and maybe collaborations is in there, maybe cover songs is in there. But if you look at like what the real music industry is, the one that's dominating
Yeah.
95% of the sales, and you talk to the person that's making their list, it's collabs, it's um, influencer marketing, and not social media, your own artist social media. Like, that's
Huh.
part of it too, but it's more of like leveraging other social media people. So that's a collaboration as well. Artist collabs, influencer marketing collabs. Um, I also put, like, radio promotion is pretty high still, but cover songs is up there.
Huh.
Um, but like advertising, traditional music PR and press, um, a lot of that stuff, it's all down the list. Like concerts and promotion and festivals, that's pretty high on the list, maybe third or fourth. It's pretty high up there. But like, that's what's top of the list. So anybody telling you that, to develop your fan base, it's just spending money and, on ads and all of that stuff, it's just not the way it works in the real music business. I'll just call it the real music business.
Yeah.
So
Do you think that there is a disconnect for indies who aren't on a label? Because like, does that stuff work for labels but not for indies? Like, if I'm a new indie artist and I have good music and I'm starting to get a little bit of traction, like, am I capable of booking festivals and of getting big time collabs? Like, what is the path toward making that happen? Or is that something like, oh, it's just the
because
new music business label game?
yes, anybody can do it, because there's not very much difference between a solo artist or a small group of people in a band, an unsigned independent band. There's not much difference in them and somebody at a record label. They have two ears, a nose, two legs, and two arms. There's not much different. So record labels are not these big, machines. They're people. They're staffed with people. I always tell this.
Right.
It's not the label big or large or small. It's not the right, it's just the right people, the right mix of people that have passion, belief, confidence in the product and going out and pitching it. Also money. Money does play a thing. So when you're an independent artist, you have a small budget. But if you can afford $300 a month or $500 a month on ads, then you can afford $500 a month to pay another musician who's bigger than you to go drop their vocals on a track, which takes 5 hours, you
Yeah.
know, to make. What musician doesn't want to make $500 for 5 hours of work? $100 an hour, it's not bad, you know. So your email shouldn't be like, here's my life story, you know. Say, look, I
Here's
really love your music.
$500.
How would you like to make $500 with me? That
Yeah.
email is probably going to get answered,
Yeah.
and that's a
Huh.
long-term play.
Yeah.
Well, not on a TikTok situation. It's not. It's a short-term play. But I'm talking about on an artist-to-artist collaboration, something like that. Or, you know, if you have small budgets, you can do influencer marketing for free. You don't have to have a budget. There's a lot of influencers that have 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers that will use your sound in their videos for free, just for being nice.
How
And
do you, yeah, talk
at the
to me about
labels, at the
influencer.
independent label, we did a lot of free marketing. There was a lot of stuff we did that cost us zero money, and we did that stuff.